My audience 3 right here. And we're gonna get started. Hi, hello.
Hello.
So I have a question for you. How many of you like sleep? Like to get some rest at night?
Me?
Rejuvenated. Yeah. I enjoy sleep a lot too. I think sleep is pretty important. And according to some research I've done and personally looking at myself going to school on a regular basis on nights where maybe I pulled an all-nighter and didn't have enough sleep, I could see that sleep pretty important. But one of the main articles I read that I want to talk to you on this topic because of is an article by an author named Shelley D. Heschner. Her article is called Causes and Consequences on Sleepiness Among College Students, which is why it spoke to me. But I use this article to compare sleepiness in school and compare it to the workplace as well with more research that I've done on the subject of sleep deprivation. Now, when you don't get enough rest and you have to get up and go to work in the morning the next day, say you only got 4 hours of sleep, but you got into bed long enough to get up to go to work on a cup of coffee and the hope that you're gonna make it without thinking anything of it. But maybe that cup of coffee didn't do you as well as a couple of more hours of sleep might have done. This might cause you to have a slightly less positive attitude when going in for the day. You may not get along with how your boss speaks to you. Your boss may be this critical every day. However, on this particular day, you've only had 4 hours of sleep. So you're like, I don't really appreciate how you're speaking to me today. And I'm not quite sure that I'm going to take this. Can you not speak to me like this? You may be more hostile towards your boss or experience a little bit of workplace deviance. Or maybe it's not your boss. Maybe you have issues with your coworkers. You have that one chatty coworker that you consider to be friends with, right? Everybody likes to make friends in their workplace or it gets boring.
Right.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Alright. So this morning, you're tired. You're really tired. You don't want to be here. You don't feel like talking. But your chatty, friendly coworker is just as peppy and perky this morning because they've had a lot more sleep than you have, regrettably. And you just want to say, go away. I don't like you this morning. Please leave. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to be that way. Of course, you don't dislike your coworker. You're just tired. You didn't go to bed early enough. You didn't get enough rest. So why take it out on them? Or even more, it's not even your coworker. Maybe you have a lot of work that you need to get done. So you intentionally violate company policies and you're just disobedient. You say, I don't want to do this today. I'm tired. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like being in this office. I am not going to do my work. You're not overworking me this morning. Forget it. I'm going to do nothing and I'm going to clock out and I'm going to go home. And according to artist Sinjo SR, being sleep deprived can also cause some of the same effects as being intoxicated on a legal level, which may cause you to feel this way of, oh, I hate my boss, I hate my coworkers, or it's all about me. I don't really feel like doing this today. Things like this also raise levels of workplace deviance when employees and students are not getting enough rest at night. They pull all-nighters, they stay in the office extra late to get more work done, only to get less and less sleep. You're sacrificing sleep for your daily lifestyle. You can't live, you can't function, which leads me on into my next topic of your performance. When you don't sleep enough, sometimes you reach points where you physically cannot perform. Not I don't want to do this, I don't feel like doing this, I can't do this. Your body is shutting down. Your body is saying, we don't have enough energy to run. Maybe you can't focus on your drive to get ready to go to work. You're losing consciousness. So you're driving to work and you just hit that head nod and you have that mini heart attack of, oh my goodness, I was just asleep. I was on the road and I was asleep. This could have led to a car accident. You could hurt yourself, somebody else, or anything can happen. And this persists on throughout the day as you go through that first, second, third cup of coffee. That second energy drink for the day is just not enough. Eventually your body's just going to drag and drag and drag because you're sitting here talking yourself up on caffeine, but you haven't taken time to lay down. Or maybe you're listening in a lecture, college students, you know, you're nodding off, you really can't focus. There's just something about it, not getting enough rest, that you just cannot grasp the concept that's being lectured to you today, or everything's just not going to stick. It's not working for you. Your mind can't keep up. Your body can't keep up. Your body needs that amount of rest. So when things like this happen, what do? Maybe you're at a point where you're like, okay, you told me what's happened when I don't get enough rest, or I understand not getting enough sleep is bad, but what do? Things you can do to fix it. Maybe when you leave work or when you leave school, learn to clock out. Leave work and school at work and school. Or schedule time for naps throughout the day. You don't get enough rest at night, try to make time for where you have the extra long lunch break. Take a 30-minute nap. Or if none of these things can possibly work for you, maybe you should look into going to sleep a little bit earlier at night. All of these things are a few things that you can do to fix your sleep schedule and get better rest to improve your performance and your attitude, but they're not the only things that you can do. So heed my word when I say don't be a sleepyhead. Try to get your rest and go to bed. Thank you.